So, good morning, sir, and thank you for agreeing for the interview with our channel. First of all, I would like to ask you that when did you assume directorship of IIT Guwahati, and what are the significant steps that you have taken for the betterment of the institution?
Thank you very much for these questions and welcome to IIT Guwahati. I'd like to greet you all from this institution. So I assumed charge in the month of December 2022, exactly 20th of December, and in fact a lot of good activities have been going on via this institute for the country and for the region, and definitely my effort has been to intensify those efforts and take it forward. Very first thing that we have been trying, in fact, for several years is to improve the perception of the institution and see how the good work that is being done at the institute by the students and by the faculty member, it reaches the masses, and definitely the standing of the institute at both national and international level, it increases. So that has been a very strong effort by the institute of everyone. So I'm trying to enhance that. The second thing is institutes such as IITs, they have a very, very big responsibility to always improve on the standard, work on the standards, maintain the high standards that we have, and our effort has always been to attract the best talent from across the world at all levels. So be it faculty members, even if faculty members at all levels. Then we also thrive to get the best students from across the country, from across the region, the undergraduate level, master's level, PhD level, and that is what raises our standard. Ultimately, students are the workforces, the brain behind everything. So we as faculty members, we always put in effort to ensure, motivate them, and ensure that the best facilities, best amenities, infrastructure it is made available to them. Definitely, one of the biggest thrusts across the world is on sustainability. And as an institution, it's our major responsibility to bring awareness to the community, and also whatever research we do, whatever work we do, and everything that we do in the daily life, the sustainability aspect comes in a very, very big way. So that has been the focus of the institute, and more specifically, we are very fortunate to have a very active relationship with the state government. And we are trying to expand that to other northeast states, so that IIT Guwahati, since it's the only IIT representing in this entire region, 8 states, we have only one IIT. Unlike other states, where at least there is one IIT. Some states even have 2, like UP, they have 2 IITs. So we have a very big responsibility, not just for the state of Assam, but for the entire northeast region. So we want to definitely, ensure that the expertise that we have at IIT Guwahati, that reaches to all regions. The benefit that we have, it reaches to all the regions, and there are a lot of activities that we are involved in to solve the regional problems. And many times, there are some indigenous problems that require immediate solutions. I'll just give you an example. There are major water pipeline blasts in Guwahati region in the last 2 days. So it's our faculty members who are providing solutions and expert advice to them. Similarly, there are other major natural disasters, and we are helping the state also to prepare well in advance for the floods that we usually encounter in this area, floods and landslides in this monsoon season. So definitely these are some of the immediate actions that we are working on. But definitely we are always ready for any new challenges, upcoming challenges that are coming up, especially for technology-driven cyber security or artificial intelligence used in various areas. So these are some advanced areas which usually are not discussed in normal forum. So definitely as an institution, we are available to serve this region and the nation, and whatever are the challenges and whatever is needed for the betterment of the region, will be there to help the region.
Yeah, so related to the answer you have given, I would like to ask you that has IIT Guwahati taken any steps to promote social responsibility among the students as well as the people? If so, then can you provide me some examples?
Yeah, I think social responsibility has become one of the biggest responsibilities for any university, any institute like IIT, or even smaller this thing. So even during, if I take you back just 2 to 3 years, during the pandemic and after the pandemic, it was a major responsibility for us to bring up with some solutions for during the pandemic, and at every step whatever help was requested to us by the state government or by the health mission and for other purposes, be it developing testing kits, be it setting up vaccination centers or providing our infrastructure to bring people here for isolation. We were at the forefront of that. In fact, we had almost given 5,500 rooms in our hostels and guest house to the state. Similarly, we have a very active NSS group, and that is run for the students, by the students for serving the people. And the activities of NSS itself is very huge. We can discuss for 15-20 minutes or more, about every activity that they have done. They are doing, during every this aspect, be it education, be it skill development, be it healthcare. So every aspect, they are definitely involved in a very, very big way. Nationally, we have been involved in a lot of national integration programs like the Yuva Sangam, Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat program, and we were very fortunate that the ministry had given this major responsibility, again a very big social responsibility to integrate or bring students from very remote parts of the country like Jammu and Kashmir, where students have never been out of that state. So in fact, we can imagine that they have not been even allowed to travel to the adjacent villages. There were so many students who came. They told us a lot of very touching stories. So we brought them here. In fact, 5 students from 5 states were here, from Jammu, Kashmir, Delhi, Karnataka, Gujarat and Chandigarh. And we had a 7-day program where we gave them exposure to the tradition, the culture, the heritage of our state. And we took them to very interior villages in Assam. Also gave them exposure to the silk village Sualkuchi, and showed them how we can, and people in the village also they really benefited, because a lot of exchange of ideas, exchange of in fact their sale was also quite good when around 200 people go there. And so in that way, and we are also working with a lot of self-help groups, a lot of women self-help groups are there. So the social responsibility, we are seeing how we can enhance their activities and make it more standardized. For example, pitha making is one of the biggest activity of this region, but if you see, there is no, it has not been standardized. Yes. You see the pithas of the different size, different shape, different texture, and biggest problem they face is, by the time they make this and by the time it comes to market, most of them are either damaged or, they are not preserved. So we are also working on preserving them, give a very good packaging. This is one of the examples. And so a lot of initiatives, a lot of work with the self-help groups, a lot of help with surrounding locality. We are trying to give them all kind of support in terms of monetary support, but also in terms of employment, skill development, that is continuously being done. We are also working very closely with the state government for enhancing the education infrastructure in a massive way. In fact, one thing I would like to really highlight is in the last 3 to 4 months, we have been able to train more than 2,000 teachers in science and math, the STEM education, which is the expertise of IIT Guwahati. Secondly, we have set up the science and maths clubs, science and maths Olympiads we conducted for the entire this thing, everything we call them here. And there are a lot of special programs organized by Chief Minister and the Education Department. We call the students here and we give them exposure to things. And this, we have an outreach education program where every week we have 2 to 3 schools or colleges coming and we give them exposure to labs and everything. Most importantly, we involved our students to, go to villages, go to very remote areas and enter all the districts of the state, 33 districts we sent. And every district we set up, 10 tinkering labs. So this again, we have not really involved any other people. Our students went there. So we have now tinkering labs in 330 schools of the state.
All the districts?
Yeah, in all the districts. So 10 our PhD students, our master students, they have gone and they have done this. So these are all part of the social responsibility where the education sector. Similarly, we are also now trying to improve or contribute a lot in the healthcare sector. Yeah. We are very fortunate that the state government has joined hands with IIT Guwahati. In fact, they are supporting us financially to set up a medical school in IIT Guwahati. It's an advanced healthcare facility. We call it AHI, AAHII, Assam Advanced Healthcare Innovation Institute. Okay. And the foundation stone was laid by the Honorable Prime Minister on 14th April for that. And so we are working in a very big way to enhance the healthcare facilities and bring in top quality research also as part of the healthcare sector. So if you see the healthcare sector, the skilling sector, the education sector, plus the self-help groups, entrepreneurship, and other activities by the students. So we are doing a lot as part of our responsibility, the social responsibility, so that the expertise available in IIT Guwahati reaches the masses and it can have immediate impact.
Although IIT Guwahati has many research scholars, including PhDs, and it is hard or maybe rare to see the practical implementation of their work. And all of their research work is trapped within the institution. And what would you like to say about it?
Actually, I would like to say that, research that is done anywhere in the world usually it doesn't remain trapped, or it doesn't remain within the boundaries of the wall, because when you do a research, if I do research, if I have to prove that I have done research, I have to publish it. Every research a student does, he or she, they have to publish it in order to get a degree. Okay, so especially in IIT Guwahati, if a research scholar, a PhD student, if he does any research, he has to, there is a process where he has to show to the committee, and these committees are also consist of external members. So we have to show it to them that this research has been published in the top quality, internationally peer-reviewed journal. So it's not just publishing anywhere, it is reviewed through, anonymous experts, anonymous scientists. So nothing gets trapped within the institute, everything is published. And a lot of work also goes in the form of patents, which sort of, later on gets translated into either a product or it gets transferred as a technology to the industry. And we are doing that with a lot of different industries, a lot of different PSUs, and many times even that expands as a international collaboration. So, and a lot of our research, we have around 115 international collaborative projects also. So there again, it's a mandate to publish the result in the best quality journals of the world. And this is definitely seen in the form of the very high rankings in the research parameter of IIT Guwahati, where we are ranked among the world's top 30 universities in research citation per faculty. So every work I do, based on the quality of the work, okay, somebody else refers my work or uses my work to further their own research. Okay, so there in the research citation per faculty IIT Guwahati, the rankings are likely to be announced in the end of June 2023, and we are ranked 32 as of now. Last year we were 37, so that really shows that all the research we do is coming out and it is being viewed. Yeah. So so that is a very important component, that whatever research we do has to come out in the form of publications, patents, or as a technology that benefits the humanity. Okay, so this is a very important aspect as part of our curriculum. The academic and research, they go hand in hand. Since we do high quality research, that is how our academic standards also improve.
So talking about humanity, the rise of artificial intelligence is causing a lot of concern among people, as they feel it will take their jobs and make people lazy and destroy human creativity. What do you think about this? And what do you say about the impact of AI in our society, in Indian society?
Yes. So, this is an important question being discussed across the world. Artificial intelligence is going to be utilized in every aspect of every technology, every aspect of life. But as the human race has seen, we have been seeing a big infusion of technology in our daily lives. And whenever technology comes, we are always finding ways, means to use it in the best possible way. So definitely, every technology has its positive impact, but also it can have, negative influence if it is not used in a proper way. I'll give you one very important example. When this nuclear technology was developed, people thought it will only be used to make bombs. Yeah. Okay, so but what has happened, except on one very unfortunate, two unfortunate incidents during the World War. Okay, the nuclear technology has only been used for peaceful purposes, and it is giving energy across the world. The entire Western world presently relies mainly on the nuclear energy. Similarly, when we had this internet, we were only thinking, this is going to have a negative impact. Okay, when the email system came, they thought the postal and the courier services will stop. But we see that, every technology is going hand in hand, and every technology has, in fact, benefited from the other. The AI is also similar, so right now we need a technology that definitely has the ability to process a lot of data that will assist, us to further our knowledge, our ability to move further or into further the human race. And I'm sure that, the artificial intelligence which is coming in every sphere of life, along with a lot of other things, artificial intelligence, then machine learning is there. You have other technologies called augmented reality, virtual reality. These are all part of a bigger system, I would say. It's called cyber physical systems. And of course, the 3D printing. These are all coming as part of the industry 4.0. So these all are going to assist us, improve our, lifestyle, the sustainability of the life, and our future generations. So I'm sure. Yes. Okay. So it's going to be part of our physical evolution, and of course, we have to adopt it in the best possible way to ensure that AI, assists us for the betterment of our human race.
So I'll ask you about the institution now. So is there any problems that IIT Guwahati is facing right now? And if there is any problem, then how do you plan to tackle them?
Yeah, as I mentioned, so every institute has its own sets of, rather than problems, I would say challenges. Okay, so and without challenges, we don't really tend to grow. So you solve a problem or you solve a challenge, you immediately bring up new set of challenge or new set of problems. So I think we, as the first question that you asked, this is in continuation of that. We are having a big challenge to attract the best intellectuals, at all levels. So we are really working very hard for that. When there is a lot of demand from the students that, I want to learn this aspect of in engineering, or this aspect of technology, or I want this aspect of science and humanities. And after the implementation of the NEP, we have to broaden our scope of knowledge delivery to multidisciplinary areas. So we don't have right now expertise in management and or finance, or adaptation of another big technology. It's called the blockchain technology. So to find good faculty members in very specified areas, or even good quality faculty in AI, or faculties who are working in technology, but now we are moving into healthcare. So these are all interdisciplinary areas. So to get faculty members who have knowledge, who can work in overlapping areas, that is where the maximum development is going to happen. Somebody working in healthcare, somebody working in technology or science. Now, how to bring that into the domain where a common man can benefit. So these are very big challenges that every university, they are facing, and we are working on that. Definitely, other very big challenge that specifically our country and this region is facing is to generate employment. Okay, and now employment generation can happen only if there are good entrepreneurs. If we have good startups. So as an institution, we are working very hard, in fact, to ensure that, if there is an idea, if a student brings up with a very good technology, how can we help them, get some funds, and how we can translate that into a very good technology. So these are, some of the major challenges, but definitely improving the academic setup, improving the research setup, developing very strong coordination with various agencies in the state, with the nation, to have this smooth transition of whatever technology or whatever we develop here, or whatever their challenges are that we get to know, then it really will help the region and the nation take forward everything. So of course, as there are many things that challenges come, we start working. But if we have a better mechanism of coordination, where before the challenges come, before we beforehand we come to know that this is what we need to work, then probably it will help us together to prepare well in advance.
So talking about the region, what would you say about the standards of IIT Guwahati compared to the other IITs of the country?
Yes. So I think every institution, every IIT and every other centrally funded technical institute or other national institutes of national importance have expertise. There is as such really no standard way of judging that I am better in this, I am better in the other. But definitely right now everyone goes by some of the national or the international rankings that are available with us. And I mentioned in few other questions that IIT Guwahati has been doing exceedingly well in lot of different aspects of rankings, and in general rankings also. One of the highlights that I would like to share with you is we have, as an institution, the academic setup is very broad already. We have 11 academic departments. We have 5 academic schools and 9 academic interdisciplinary centers. And in the recently announced QS World Ranking, IIT Guwahati has been ranked in 14 different subjects. Okay, so we have only 11 core departments, but we have been ranked in 14 different subjects. That itself shows that we are doing exceedingly well in not just one area, but in multiple areas of academics and research. Especially, we don't have a full-fledged departments of petroleum and petrochemicals, but in that we are ranked in close to 50 or maybe in 51 to 100 this category. So that is one thing that we are very proud of, and all other subject categories we are improving by several notches every year. So that shows the broadness of the thing. Second thing I would like to highlight is this is one set of ranking. The QS ranking on overall ranking and the research citation are going to be announced on 27 June. Although I have the data, I'm not supposed to say, but basically we have improved both in the overall ranking and in the research citations per faculty by several notches as compared to last year. And every year we see that improvement is happening. There is another international ranking called Times Higher Education, and they also announced the impact ranking, which is on sustainability. That was announced on 1st June. And again, I'm very happy to say that on in one of the 17 United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, goal number 7, which is on affordable energy and affordable and clean energy, we are ranked 6th in the world. So that is the only institute in the country which is in the top 10. So this is very proud, not only for our region, but also for the nation. And that aspect, again, clean use of clean energy, that we are propagating to everybody, that how we can adopt that in daily life. And in fact, I'm very happy to share that today, IIT Guwahati, during the daytime, when it's a very sunny day, today it's cloudy and rainy, and when it's really sunny day, we are generating more electricity than we use, and we are sending it back to the APDCL, the grid. Okay, and so night we get back the subsidy. So we are generating more electricity than we actually require. So if this can be adopted to other places across the region also, then we can definitely have surplus of electricity during the daytime, and the problem that we are facing in a lot of other parts can be very easily solved. Similarly, we are also blessed in this region with other aspects of clean energy, like we have the river flowing with a lot of dams, we have this hydroelectricity, we can tap into the wind energy. That is another thing that has not been tapped. We are the second most windy region in the nation, but if we don't see really the windmills or the wind turbines installed anywhere in the region. Similarly, we have a lot of bioresources. We are working with the refineries to utilize, the green hydrogen or extract this alcohol from this bamboo and other paddy fields, so that we can again use that. So these are the 4. We don't have the geothermal. This is the 5th form of renewable energy. So this is something that can come up. So being an institution which is in this region, we are working to tap the renewable energy, which again is very unique compared to all other IITs. Now coming to, I'll just finish this answer by also highlighting the national rankings. In the NRF ranking, we have been consistently doing very well. Always we have been in top 10 in all categories, okay, be it engineering, be it overall, or in the research categories. And definitely we are putting effort to enhance our rankings even in the national rankings. And other very nice thing, it has been discontinued recently, is the Swachhata ranking. We have always been in top 1 or 2 throughout the the nation. We are very proud of that. Being here, the Swachhata ranking, cleanliness and everything also we are doing very, very well. So if you see, not just the academic, the research, but every other aspect of this rankings, IIT Guwahati, being in Assam, we are doing very, very well. And it's a very proud moment for not just for the institute, but for the region and for the nation.
Yeah. Same goes well. I feel glad and happy to know that, and as well as proud. So we have come to the last question of this interview, and I'll ask you that we are in a time when science and technology at its peak. But do you feel that science and technology is being misused, and will it lead humanity to its own demise?
I think this question has been debated at several forums, and it is a concern when the technology that we have, it is not used for the benefit of the mankind. Okay, and when I talk about mankind, it's not just mankind, definitely the entire globe also gets affected by our actions, human actions. So we are the most developed species, and most of the technology that we have developed are being used in a lot of good purposes, but definitely knowingly or unknowingly we are also causing harm to the environment. We are using to fulfill the technology needs, to fulfill our needs. What we are doing is we are using the natural resources beyond the limit that the globe can sustain. That is where the sustainability issue comes up in a big way. And as a nation, this year we have assumed the presidency of the G20, and one of the themes of this is, one earth, and one family, one future. So when we talk about that specific theme, what we want to tell is, as the technology develops, we should ensure that, this one earth that we have, we don't overuse it, so that the next generation, okay, the one life that we have in that lifetime, we don't overuse it. And we have to always remember that at the end of the day, we are one family, and we have to ensure that the next generation, the future generation, the technology we develop should always be beneficial for them as well as for the nature, for the environment. Okay, so this is one message that we have to carry forward for the next generation and the future generation, that all technologies that we develop, we should keep in mind that these new technologies should be sustainable, and it should not really cause an irreversible damage to the nature that we regret later on that yes. So then we can protect everything, the clean energy that we talk about, the carbon footprint we reduce, the global warming that we see, everything can be reversed back, or it can at least be put at a halt. It can be stopped if we use the technology that we develop in the best possible way, or develop technologies that are that will lead to a sustainable future for all. So I hope that this is the theme that is spread to the next generation in the schools, in the colleges, so that always it is in the forefront when we work on developing any new technologies.
Sir, we are almost done with the questions. Thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you.
And we had a great time.
Thank you so much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Namaskar.